Problem having a box set, so you have to pour them all out. As you can see Samantha wearing here, along with her like little apron thing and flower crown, which, and like teddy bear, which you can buy for $200, and it's like eBay people, you know, I can just go get like a Beanie Baby, right? Like, you know, I can do that. I've been reading, like, I've unfortunately had to read for the Be Forever Eddie books. Like, I couldn't get my hands on the all of the original series, like, line up, which I still want to for collector's purposes, because I like looking at them illustrations, but but yeah, I've been reading from like when they mash it into two big books, and like it's been pretty good. Like, it's not super hard to tell when one book ends and the other closes. The only problem I super have is that one thing with the ragdoll, which it's like, I get they probably did that to avoid it looking like those old racist like mammy dolls, but like, y'all could have just retconned it to a lighter brown fabric. So don't act like I'm not onto you, Mattel. I'm onto you. I'm mad about that. I'm mad about I'm mad about Kaya's like wide smiling grin on the covers of her books. Y'all, I mean, like, y'all still use the Kaya mold. Y'all know what it's for. For those who don't know, I'm in Kaya's. I don't. Again, like, I ran into this a lot, but like. Like, because America is I love the Samantha quote, I believe Americans want to be good. I like to live my life by that quote, because I want to live in a country that lives up to the ideals it preaches, but I don't. I live in like a terrible racist hellland. But again, like, I believe Americans want to be good, but since we're still getting there. And I hate it when people say nothing's changed at all, because it's like, do you know how many people who worked really hard you just discredited? Like, even if you're being cynical, that doesn't do anything. Like, since American schools are not good, and it's really hard to find stuff about, like, how the people who were here before we got here work. Like, I know how to conjugate, like, continent, country, city, state, town. I don't know in which order, like, nation, tribe, people goes. Like, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. But, like, in Kaya's culture, smiling is, like, with your teeth bared, like, is considered to be, like, a rude gesture, and I've read this a couple different places, and no one makes it clear how rude it is, so I don't know if it's just, like, picking your nose, or if it's, like, flipping the bird, or, like, I don't have, like, an equivalency scale of how inappropriate it is, but, like, it's not something you're supposed to do. And so, like, Pleasant Company had a specific mold made just for Kaya, and they used it on a white boy, which has its own set of problems. And again, like, I don't actually, like, hate Mattel. Like, American Girl fills me with hope. Like, I don't know if y'all are musical fans. I'm a huge musical fan. It's like, American Girl, to me, it's like if Watch What Happens, like, not the reprise, the first part, from the Newsies Broadway musical. Like, if that was a book, like, if that joyous, swelling feeling of hope and promise for the future was a series of children's books, that would be American Girl. And so, like, I don't like to get cranky at Mattel and stuff, but it's like, I know they can do better. And I'm upset that they're not. And I was going to make a video talking about the Choose Your Own Adventures, but I have not done the Choose Your Own Adventure Addy one, because all the Choose Your Own Adventures, from what I can tell, are set pre-game. And I don't want to have to help a child escape from slavery. I don't feel I'm responsible enough for that. Be like, I had this whole big thing about how this could be about like how it could be used to like revive interest in the time period and stuff, and how history and Choose Your Own Adventure is kind of a perfect storm, because Choose Your Own Adventure books, like the actual original series, were terrifying. And as a kid, I loved gross out history. I guess I am going on this rant. And and so mixing them together kind of seems like the perfect storm. And I remember I would go through the Choose Your Own Adventure books. I wouldn't read them, I would just look for the most scary endings. And then I remember someone was talking about the Felicity one, and I made a meme about the coral necklace and the continuity error, but it was she has a childhood friend who died of illness, and it's like, if there's gratuitously name dropping, this is a thing that happened back in the oldie times, in something that is very literally designed to put you in the narrative, I think that might be a step in the right direction. It's when I was younger, I loved the Welcome to Characters World books. I still have all of them. They're not in this room. The Molly one has its cover torn off because Molly was my little sister's favorite as well, and bitter is the custody battle between siblings over doll merchandise, and it's I would love those, and I would love to read about the horrible stuff, the death and the gross stuff, because I was a little kid, and the part of your brain that registers this is a real thing that happened to people doesn't really click. It's just the ooh thing grown-ups don't want me to know thing. And then you get older and you reread these books, and there's what TV tropes refers to as adult fear, which is just oh my god, these kids are not safe. It's like the nun from Madeline, just something is not right. And it's I gotta protect these small beans. But yeah, and I had a more eloquent speech planned. I forgot it because I got sick, and it's been a while since I planned to make that video. But yeah, it's again, most high-end Choose Your Own Adventure novels are bad because the choices assume a lot about you as a person already. And it's I wouldn't do either of those things. I would scream and cry and go home. But it's just I was gonna make it just all us American Girl fans sure did grow up to be lesbians joke. Not all of us are lesbians. A lot of us are lesbians, though. It's just what Mattel didn't take into account is we all grew up reading American Girl. So we're a bunch of Woollawa who hate capitalism and have at least some DIY crafting skill. But I do hope to get one of Choose Your Own Adventure books with one of the series I am familiar with that isn't because I do want to read through it and test out my theory, because when I was little, it's the American Girl stuff from the 80s was already the only way you could the craft books and stuff, the only way you could get I was born the year Josefina was introduced. Sorry. So the only way you could get that stuff was from the libraries, and little girls now are gonna be why can't I find that one thing? And they're gonna get all the Kirsten books or whatever from the libraries. I say little girls, I should say kids. I don't know what any of y'all's genders is. I don't know what my gender is. But yeah, I try to have as much faith in at least kids as possible because, I was a curious little being growing up and could not be easily stopped. Mostly because my role models were the girls from American Girl, and I feel like history will repeat itself in that case, or at least I want to believe that. I want to believe that American Girl can be good. And this dress is cute. And this video was poorly planned. And on that cautiously optimistic note, I bid you farewell. Later, skaters.